we just got a new Madden 26 update to go over. Now, there was a lot of players that changed teams recently because of the trade deadline, so we're going to go over the players who are now officially on their new teams in Madden. So if you want to start a franchise or things like that, we're going to also go over the really big mid-season roster update, which is usually more significant than the regular week-to-week updates because they kind of take more into account, at least for certain players, the entire year and how they've been performing. So you see some players get bigger upgrades or downgrades based on what's going on. Now, if you are new to the channel and you never want to miss out on any of these important Madden updates or updates for college football as well, make sure to subscribe and turn the bell icon on. That way you never miss any of these important videos right when I drop them. Trying to get to 700k subs, so if everybody watching just subscribed, we could literally hit that number in a few days. So let's first start with the players who switched teams, because that is one of the biggest things this week, and that is always one of the biggest things for the mid-season updates after the trade deadline. It kind of shakes things up, and we have to start with Sauce Gardner, of course, one of the best cornerbacks in the game. He is now on the Colts, which was kind of a bit of a shocking move. I don't really think people saw this coming. The Jets are obviously kind of just going into another rebuild now, but was kind of surprised that they gave up Sauce because he's still very young, but the Colts are kind of going all in, having a good year. So now he is a member on the Colts, which makes them a lot better in Madden currently. Another surprising move was Quinn Williams of the Jets as well. They got rid of their two best defensive players. He's now on the Cowboys, which is kind of crazy because they just got rid of Micah. They didn't want to pay him, but now they bring in Quinn Williams, and they're probably going to wind up having to cut Kenny Clark eventually, who they got in that trade. So it was just kind of crazy how the Cowboys are operating right now. But nonetheless, Quinn Williams, one of the best nose tackles in the game, so a good player for the Dallas defense. Another big move was Rashid Shaheed going from my Saints over to the Seattle Seahawks. Now, it hurt to have to lose him. He is a really special player, but, you know, the Saints are trying to get as many draft picks as they can because they are not very good. So, Shaheed, one of the fastest receivers in the game. He's definitely going to make the Seahawks a lot better in Madden and in real life. He's just going to add really some top-end speed to that offense that is already really good. I think he's going to open things up even more for JSN because you're going to have to respect his speed over the top of it. In terms of Madden, you know, speed kills in this game more than it does in real life. So, having one of the fastest receivers now on the Seahawks really makes them a lot more dangerous in this game. Another receiver, we got Jacoby Myers going over to the Jags, which does make them better in the game as well because he is tied for their highest rated receiver in this game, surprisingly, because, you know, BTJ's kind of gone down a little bit after having, you know, not so good of a season. So just another little upgrade for their core. This is going to help them in real life and definitely in Madden, just giving them another solid receiver. We know that he kind of wanted to be traded for a while now, so we knew eventually he would probably get moved, and he did at the deadline to the Jags, and now he's on the Jags in Madden 26. Another big move was Jair Alexander going over to the Eagles. Now, he hasn't really quite been that good in real life, and in fact, he kind of got knocked quite a bit in this roster update, which we'll go over, but he's still got some solid ratings, so he is going to be good for Madden purposes. Not sure how good he's going to be in real life. He's just not quite the same guy anymore, which is crazy because even just a couple years ago, he was still kind of considered a top 5 corner. So I don't like the jersey number either. 18 for a corner just kind of looks weird, but nonetheless, another pretty solid corner for the Eagles, at least in terms of Madden. How it plays out in real life, we'll have to see, but he's still going to be pretty useful if you're using the Eagles in Madden for sure. Now, through these trades, the Jets did pick up a couple guys. They got Mozzie Smith, who was one of the defensive tackles for the Cowboys, so they did pick him up. And they also picked up second-year receiver A.D. Mitchell from the Colts in that Sauce trade. Now, in real life, we'll have to see. I mean, he's young. He still definitely has some potential. But at least in terms of Madden, he's 94 speed, so he definitely does help the Jets a little bit offensively in Madden, just because anytime you have a guy with that kind of speed, it's going to help open up the offense. Real life, though, I mean, they still have a guy with potential that's young and potentially could become a good receiver for them down the line. Trevor Penning also went over to the Chargers. Now, this is one guy that my Saints lost that I was actually happy about. I mean, we only got a 6th-round pick for him because he's not very good. And just a couple of years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, he was a 1st-round pick. So we'll see if Jim Harbaugh can maybe get something out of him. I feel like if any coach could, he's like one of those few guys that just kind of knows how to use players. So potentially a guy that could have, you know, a better career with the Chargers than he did with the Saints, but wasn't very good for us. But they need some O-line help, so it kind of made sense that they were trying to trade for somebody. But Charger fans, I don't know. I wouldn't be too excited about it. But again, maybe Jim Harbaugh can figure something out that we couldn't. Another notable move was Logan Wilson going over to the Cowboys. So the Cowboys brought in Quentin Williams and Logan Wilson. So they're trying their best to shore up the defense. The offense there, obviously, you know, can put up points. Haven't really looked too good the last couple games, but overall, you know, they're not too worried about the offense. It's really more so the defense. So they did bring in a couple of nice pieces to help, hopefully, maybe turn that defense around, as they're definitely trying to make a push for the playoffs. Now, there were some other players that changed teams as well, but those were the most notable ones at the deadline. So all of those things should be now official with the latest roster update in Madden 26. Now we're going to continue on with the big roster update, but really quickly I want to shout out today's video sponsor, Underdog. If you like sports and you like winning money, then you've got to be on Underdog playing their pick'em game. Basically what you do is pick higher or lower on player stats, and if they hit, you can win some big money. But the best part is at sign up, they're going to give you a free play and some free money to start with. So if you use my code RAY, R-A-Y, and play just $5, they're going to give you $100 in bonus credit, and you just can't beat that. But they're going to also give you a free play out the gate to help you get started. So for example, if you want to sign up and play for this Sunday, they're going to give you Aaron Rodgers as a free play, which means all he literally has to do is pass for a single yard, and that's it, you win. If you want to wait and play on Monday night instead, they're going to give you Jalen Hurts, and all he'll have to do is pass for a single yard. And no matter when you sign up, even if it's weeks from now, there's always going to be a free play just like this for you to take advantage of, and you're going to also get that $100 in bonus credit when you play your first $5. Just make sure you use my code RAY, R-A-Y. Now let's get on with the roster update. We're going to start with the players who are going up first. We've got Puka Nacua going up +1 to a 95. He is now officially in that really upper echelon of receivers in the game, and he's probably going to get to 99 at some point if he keeps playing as good as he has been. Up next, we've got Garrett Bowles going up +2 to a 94 overall. And then we've got Brock Bowers going up 2 to a 93 overall, which is crazy. He's already one of the highest rated tight ends in the game, and he's only played a season and a half. And honestly, not even really, because he's been injured for a little bit this year, but he just got back and he's been having crazy games so far. This dude is just an absolute superstar. Up next, we've got Denzel Ward, who's going up +1 to a 93. Still been very consistent and solid for years. One of the best corners in the game. And then we've got Drake London going up +1 to a 92 after what was maybe his best game of his career. I mean, it had to be. He had 3 touchdowns. He had a ton of yards, ton of catches. He absolutely lit it up last week. Another receiver that's going up +1 to a 92 is Jackson Smith-Njigba. Maybe the best wide receiver this year along with Puka Nacua if we're just going off of this season. I mean, every week he's just well over 100 yards. He seems unguardable. Definitely one of the better receivers in the game right now. Up next, we've got Justin Herbert going up +1 to a 91 overall. Having a really good season. I mean, especially since the running backs have gotten hurt and he's had to throw more. He's been looking really good this year. We've got Charvarius Ward of the Colts going up +1 to a 90. A lot of players on the Colts going up as they are just looking like one of the best teams in the league this season. We've got AJ Terrell for the Falcons going up +1 to a 89 overall. We've got Jamel Dean from the Bucks going up +2 to an 88 overall, climbing up into those top cornerback ranks pretty slowly but surely this year. We've got DJ Reed Jr. from the Lions going up +1 to an 86 overall. Darnell Wright, the right tackle for the Bears, he's going up +4 to an 86 overall. He's having a really good year. Speaking of guys having good years, Drake May continues to go up pretty much every week. This week he's going up +1 to an 86 overall, and he's kind of quietly, maybe not so quietly, in that MVP race right now. Rashee Rice of the Chiefs has been on fire since coming back from suspension. He's going up +1 to an 85 overall. Byron Young of the Rams is going up +2 to an 84 overall. He's having a good year. Another guy that's going up +2 to an 84 is Sam Darnold. Another guy having a good year, and he could be getting in that MVP conversation soon if he keeps playing like this. Keenan Allen for the Chargers is also going up +2 to an 84, kind of having a bit of a resurgence this year. I mean, last year did not look good, but he's looking kind of like his old self this year back with his old team. And another guy that's going up +2 to an 84, Rico Dowdle, now the highest rated running back for the Panthers. He's top 5 in rushing yards this year. I mean, honestly, just kind of coming out of nowhere this year, playing like one of the best running backs in the league. And we've got Nick Folk of the Jets also going up +2 to an 84 at his big old age. He's having a really good season. We've got Marshawn Lattimore going up +1 to an 84. Now, he had been dropping, but he did have a good game, I'm guessing, last week. I can't remember. I'm just assuming he did if he's going up, because most of the year it kind of felt like he hasn't been playing that good, but he's back on track, at least for the time being. And we've got Tucker Kraft going up +1 to an 84 as well. He's been having a good season. I want to say he got hurt. Is he out for the year? I think he is. I can't 100% remember, but I'm pretty sure he's out for the year now, which sucks. But up until that point, he was having a really good season. We've got Rigoberto Sanchez, the punter for the Colts. He's actually going up +6 to an 83 overall. That's a really big jump, but like I said, a lot of players on the Colts are going up because they're just playing so well this year. We've got Nate Wiggins of the Ravens having a really good year. He's going up +1 to an 83 overall. Will Campbell, the rookie left tackle for the Patriots, he's going up +1 to an 82 overall. We've got Bo Nix going up +1 to an 81 overall. Jordan Davis of the Eagles is also going up +1 to 81, having a good season. Got some rookies as well. Quinshon Judkins is really having a nice rookie season. He's going up +1 to 81 overall. Same goes for Teteroa McMillan, also going up +1 to 81. Has had a really good year, but I feel like the last few weeks has really even kind of stepped it up a little bit more. We've got Nick Cross of the Colts, their free safety. He's going up +2 to 81 overall. Again, Colts just kind of across the board having a great year, so they got a lot of guys moving around. And we've also got some fullback love. Reggie Gilliam of the Colts also going up +2 to 81, having a solid season. Now let's talk about some players who are going down. First up, we've got Chris Jones of the Chiefs going down 1 to a 95 overall. Still one of the higher rated defensive players in the game though, so not really a big deal. Next up, we've got CeeDee Lamb going down 1 to a 94. Just hasn't quite looked that great since he's returned from the injury. I'm sure he'll turn it around soon, but really the Cowboys offense in general, like I said earlier, just hasn't looked that great the last few weeks, so I'm sure they're going to turn it around, but for now, CeeDee Lamb's getting knocked. The left tackle for the Eagles, Jordan Mailata, he's going down 2 to a 92 overall. Sauce Gardner, now of the Colts, just got traded there, but he is going down this week 1 to a 92 overall. Not really a big drop, but he's still dropping a little bit for the time being. Let's see what happens now that he's on the Colts. Maybe he starts playing better along with the rest of that defense, and he's probably going to start going back up. Next up, we've got Mike Evans going down 1 to a 91 overall. I think they're kind of just dropping him because he hasn't played much lately. EA tends to do that from time to time, so that's probably why he's going down. Same thing for Terry McLaurin and the Commanders. He's going down 1 to a 91. Just hasn't played that much this year, unfortunately. Another Cowboy, Dak Prescott, he's going down 1 to a 90 overall. Again, just not really having a great last few games, but I'm sure he'll turn it around. Eric McCoy of my Saints, he's going down 1 to a 89 overall. Harrison Smith of the Vikings, I mean, man, he's had a long career and he's still pretty good, but this week he is going down 1 to an 87 overall. Kenny Moore of the Colts going down 2 to an 87 overall, so there are a few Colts that were going down as well. More so, most of them went up, but there were a few players that got knocked as well. Quinyon Mitchell, the second-year cornerback for the Eagles, mostly is going up in his time in the league, but this week he is going down 1 to an 86 overall. We've got Deron Bland, obviously, I mean, we all saw what happened last week, didn't look very good. He's going down 2 to an 85 overall. Still pretty solid rated, but just hasn't quite looked as good as of late. Same can be said for Jordan Love. Hasn't looked as good the last couple games, but he's going down 1 to an 85 overall because of that, but I'm sure he'll turn it around. But that one almost pick he threw last week against the Panthers, one of the worst throws I've ever seen, but I mean, stuff happens sometimes. I'm sure he's going to turn it around, but just kind of wanted to note that was a wild throw, man. We've got Cooper Kupp, clearly just kind of past his prime at this point. Doesn't quite look the same. He's going down 1 to an 84 overall. We've got David Njoku going down 3 to an 84 overall. Just has not looked quite that good this year, and maybe he's kind of hitting that part where he's going to be on a decline as well, and Harold Fanning might soon really take over that role completely. We've got Deebo Samuel going down 1 to an 83 overall. Chuba Hubbard also going down 1 to an 83 overall. So Rico Dowdle went up, Chuba went down. Rico now kind of the preferred guy in that Panthers backfield. And my fantasy team hates that because I drafted Chuba Hubbard. We've also got Jake Ferguson going down 1 to 83 overall, which I don't really quite understand because he's had such a phenomenal year. I know the last couple of games have not been that great, but I feel like the other stuff he's done should kind of outweigh that, but he is dropping a little bit this week. We've also got Jaden Daniels going down 1 to 82 overall. Obviously not having as good of a year of his rookie year. He's missed some games, and then last week would look to be a scary injury, but it looks like he's going to avoid IR, which is great. But the missed time plus just not having, kind of the same flash that he did quite last year, he's going to drop a little bit, but still solid rated in the game. He's going to be all right. We've also got Jerry Jeudy going down 1 to 82 overall. Just has not done much this year, to be honest with you. Looked really good last year for the Browns. Just hasn't been able to do much this season. Another Commanders player going down, Von Miller going down 1 to 82 overall as well. I mean, guy's just old now. He's not quite the same guy anymore. You know what I mean? We've got Deshaun Elliott, the strong safety for the Steelers, going down 1 to 81 overall. We've got Jair Alexander, the new cornerback for the Eagles, which we talked about earlier. I told you he kind of got a big drop this week. He's going down 5 to 81 overall. Just not quite the same guy anymore. His fall off's been kind of just all of a sudden, really. I mean, like I said, a couple years ago was still probably considered a top 5 corner, and he's not super old or anything, but he's not quite the guy that he was. But again, when you look at the other corners that the Eagles have, he's 81. He's still in the 90s in speed. He's still going to be solid in the game. We've got Nick Chubb of the Texans going down to 1 to 80 overall. I feel like he's had a pretty solid season, based on his age and the fact that he's, coming off those injuries and stuff. But, I mean, he's just not quite the guy he used to be either. And we've got AJ Cole of the Raiders going down 5 to a 79 overall. So a guy that was once one of the best punters in the game now kind of knocked down a little bit, not quite so much. Not really sure if he's just been bad this year. I mean, I haven't really watched many Raiders games, to be honest, but I'm guessing he just hasn't been that good this season. Now, while you're here, there are some very important settings in Madden that you absolutely need to make sure are turned on. And if you want to know what those are, check out this video right here on the screen.